Dating in Hollywood is tough, and unfortunately not every couple makes it out. These are the 10 more celebrity breakups we should have seen coming. We should have known that Miley and Liam wouldn't last. Miley has always been a firecracker of a woman, and Liam has always felt more like chill. They were a really cute couple though. They starred in the film The Last Song together in 2009, that's also how they met. They dated for a bit in 2009, then broke up in 2010, then got back together later in the year, then break up, just as usual, like an on-again, off-again kind of deal. They did get engaged in 2012, but it wasn't exactly smooth sailing. There were lots of rumors that the pair had broken up, the wedding got postponed, until eventually the whole thing was called off. In this break is when Miley tweeted the famous, "I want to see the new Hunger Games, but that means I'll have to look at my ex for 2 hours" tweet. I love this tweet. This is referencing Liam's role as Gale in the Hunger Games trilogy. The pair eventually got back together in 2016 and got engaged again, and then finally in 2018 are married. Even this new chapter of this relationship had some signs. There was that video from the Avengers Endgame red carpet where Liam said something to Miley that caused her to push him off. Many people think he said something like, "Could you behave for once?" The pair divorced a few months after this carpet. Without Miley Cyrus dating Liam Hemsworth, we never would have gotten the banger Flowers, and Miley never would have received her first Grammy, so it all worked out in the end. Technically, Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy never confirmed they dated, but they were seen out together a lot. And Taylor's relationship announcements have never been a big, "Hello world, we are dating." It's always been more speculation until it's a couple months in, then she'll give hints and do public displays. Maddie and Taylor were only seen around each other for about a month to maybe 2 months. Before this, the pair were just friends, we know that for sure. People thought the pair were dating because they were spotted out at a bunch of restaurants. Taylor randomly performed at a 1975 concert, and Maddie was spotted at the Eras tour a few nights. This is also similar to what happened with Travis Kelce and Joe Alwyn, minus the surprise performance of course, so that's why everyone was looking at this pair extra close. The thing is, Maddie Healy has an on-stage persona that is controversial to say the least. He famously did the Yahtzee with an N salute on stage. It was supposed to be satire, apparently. He also made some racially insensitive remarks about Ice Spice, who is friends with Taylor and collaborated with her on Karma. Taylor and Maddie were rumored to be dating way back in 2014, around Taylor's 1989 era. It also produced a quote from Maddie that came back to haunt him. He said it would be emasculating to date Taylor. Taylor's fans were not the happiest about this particular relationship, and because of this, Taylor and Maddie stopped appearing in public together pretty quick. We still don't know if they were actually dating or not. I guess we'll never know. Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford started dating in 2022, first seen together in a romantic setting on October 13th. People were quick to comment on their age gap and also Billie's young age in general. They have a 10-year age gap, and Billie was about 20 or 21 when they started dating, but they had known each other since she was 15 years old at least. Lots of people saw that as a little weird. Their Halloween costume from 2022 had people talking. All the comments people made about their age gap, they seemed to use as inspiration, with Billie going as a baby and Jesse as an old man. Many people thought it was a weird choice. So there's a lot of criticism towards this couple from the outside, but there were also signs from the inside too. On her 2021 album Happier Than Ever, Billie has a track called Your Power. It is about people taking advantage of younger people in relationships and those with power over someone else using it to their advantage to hurt the other person in some way. Of course, this is just what fans have gathered from the lyrics. The song features lyrics like, "She was sleeping in your clothes, but now she's got to get to class," and "You swear you didn't know, you said you thought she was your age." The song was released about a year before Jesse came into the picture, and many people expressed that fact, wondering why Billie got into a relationship with such a big age gap when she's seemingly written that she wasn't fond of them. The pair were only together for about 8 months, but are on good terms, as confirmed by Billie on her Instagram story. Like Billie and Jesse, Olivia Rodrigo was also in a relationship that had people looking twice at the age gap. This one wasn't as bad, I guess, but it still was amazing by any means. She was 18 when they started dating and he was 24, so only 6 years. While that's not as big of a gap as we've seen elsewhere, it's not small either, and many Olivia fans were concerned as the pair were first spotted out together in June, and Olivia had just turned 18 a few months ago. It was all around just a situation that rubbed people the wrong way. So again, this couple has a lot of outside pressure and criticism against them, plus Olivia Rodrigo is a major Taylor Taylor Swift fan, that is no secret. Taylor famously dated, then allegedly wrote her album Speak Now about John Mayer. That relationship was also one with a big age gap, with the girl being very young. Maybe Olivia heard Taylor's warnings in the songs. The two leading stars of the Disney Channel original film High School Musical, Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron, famously dated. This was the Brangelina of my childhood. I remember learning about what actors were, and then learning that not only was my favorite couple dating in the movie, but also in real life. They were like the royal family to me. Still, they were so young when they met and started dating, plus they weren't your regular small town high school sweethearts. They lived in Hollywood. They were making movies. Being that young and probably having to spend so much time apart would put a strain on any relationship. Zac and Vanessa were together about 5 years before calling it quits. E! News had some inside sources confirm the breakup wasn't dramatic like the scenes from the movies, nothing like Gotta Go My Own Way from High School Musical 2. The Insider also noted that they were together for so long it just ran its course. Disney has a track record of encouraging the stars of their various shows and movies to date. It happened with Dove Cameron and her ex Ryan McCartan, Joe Jonas and Demi Lovato. Zac and Vanessa were both 18 while filming High School Musical, and there was all this outside pressure and even proposal rumors that would be enough to put a lot of strain on the relationship. Luckily, it looks like the pair are still on good terms. Vanessa just announced her pregnancy in the Oscars red carpet, then later posted about it on Instagram. Zac commented, "She's killing it. I couldn't be happier for V. Zanessa, you will always be famous." Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling worked together on the iconic film The Notebook and soon brought that chemistry from the silver screen to real life. They dated from 2005 to 2007, but from the beginning their relationship was rocky. Every fan of The Notebook probably remembers the moment they found out that Rachel and Ryan hated each other at the start of filming that movie. Ryan apparently tried to get Rachel fired and even requested that for one scene, Rachel was taken off set and a different actress gets brought in to read her lines. It was serious, okay? Even the director has confirmed that the two did not get along. Movie budgets and timelines are tight though, so there needed to be a fix made here, so apparently Ryan, Rachel, a producer, and the director went in a room together. Ryan and Rachel screamed it out and then they were fine, eventually more than fine. They started dating in 2005, a year after the film came out. They had some pretty iconic moments, for example, when they recreated their iconic Notebook kiss after winning Best Kiss at the MTV Movie and TV Awards. Unfortunately, in 2007, the relationship ended apparently pretty similar to how it started. Ryan said in an interview that "the only thing I remember is we both went down swinging and we called it a draw," adding in a later interview that show business is the bad guy. When both people are in show business, it's too much show business. It takes all of the light so nothing else can grow. That's fair. We should have known that their relationship would go out blazing if that's how it started. Another iconic couple born from iconic roles in an iconic franchise. We are talking about Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson, Twilight's Bella and Edward. The pair first met in 2007 but didn't officially start dating until 2009, we think. They kissed in 2009. A producer for Twilight did an interview with Time in 2010 in which he said that he hopes the pair stay together through filming the remainder of the movies. 2 more left, and that's a lot of pressure to put on a relationship. It would suck if you thought a relationship had run its course, but you felt you had to stay together to not mess up a big movie franchise. There was some infidelity on Kristen's part that a former president actually weighed in on. Sure enough, the pair did stay together until just after the last Twilight film came out. Years later, Kristen did say in an interview that she felt her relationship with Robert had been made into a product. So it really shouldn't have come as a surprise that as soon as the franchise was done, the two called it quits. They are both so okay now. Kristen is bi and engaged to screenwriter Dylan Mayer, no relation to Stephanie Meyer, author of Twilight. I did look it up because it was like, there's no way. Robert is also engaged to a woman, the actress and singer Suki Waterhouse. They are expecting a child together. Jelena, the it couple of the 2010s, Selena Gomez was a Disney star and starting up her music career, and Justin Bieber was one of the biggest teen heartthrobs of the era. They dated or were kinda dating for 8 years before shocking the world when they broke up in 2018. But there were signs. Probably the most neon flashing light sign was that they were so on and off. In the last about 4 years of their relationship, they were taking a lot of breaks. Justin briefly dated now wife Hailey Baldwin during one of those splits. This is kind of like Zac and Vanessa. They were both so young and they had so much pressure on them from the outside. I also remember lots of people were caught up with their age gap. Their age gap was only 2 years. He was 16 when they met and she was 18. It really wasn't that bad. Their love story was an exciting one to follow. Justin literally rented out an entire stadium so the two could watch a movie together. The pair were seen on what is thought to be their first date in 2010. Things went relatively smoothly until 2014. This is the year Justin was arrested and Selena checked into rehab for lupus. They were split up by this point. Justin dates a bunch of models, Selena some other music artists, but then they get seen together again and are apparently back together in 2017. But by 2018, they are really over because Justin gets married. Although Justin apparently, allegedly, called Selena before the wedding 23 times. Obviously, we don't have the tapes to really prove it, but Selena hinted at the then rumor in her song Ring, so it's up to you what you want to think. Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande had a whirlwind of a romance back in 2018. The pair only dated for about 6 months and almost got married, but it didn't start on the most solid foundation, so it's no wonder they didn't last. Pete had been in a relationship with fellow comedian and writer Cassie David before dating Ariana, like a day before Pete first stepped out with Ariana. Pete and Cassie had decided to take a break for about 2 weeks. Cassie called Pete after the first couple days though, saying she wanted to work things out, but he wanted to continue the break. He broke up with her over text 2 days later, then a day after Pete and Ariana were out together. It was a messy timeline, that's for sure, and it did not make Ariana and Pete look too good. Pete and Ariana ended up calling it quits because Ariana wasn't taking the passing of Mac Miller so well, so there wasn't any bad blood in the initial breakup. That came after. Ariana said in Vogue that she considered Pete to be a distraction, and Pete responded equally as publicly in his Netflix comedy special. The entire relationship moved pretty quick. The pair moved in together a month-ish after beginning to date, with the engagement happening around the same time. They just also happened to move quickly into the breakup phase too. Kim and Kanye used to be the top Hollywood couple. Whether you like them or not, you couldn't deny their star power. No marriage is perfect, of course, but they seem to be doing pretty good. So their split came as a bit of a surprise when it was announced in 2021 that the couple was getting divorced. The show Keeping Up with the Kardashians shed some light on why exactly the couple split up, and they make sense. I'm surprised that we, the public, didn't see this coming. Kim shared with her sisters that she does think Kanye is an amazing dad, but he moves around so much and she can't keep up with that side of him. She needs to stay where she is. There was also the harsh and aggressive tweets Kanye directed towards Kim's mom, Kris Jenner. Kanye has always been known to act a bit unhinged. There was the Taylor Swift mic incident at the VMAs that he said God told him to do, manipulating that infamous phone conversation with Taylor Swift, seemingly supportive tweets toward a convicted SA perpetrator, portraying various celebrities nude, some without their consent, and sharing his controversial opinions on the experience of black people in America. There were just a lot of things that make you go, okay Kim, I get it.
Number 10. Liza Koshy and David Dobrik. I remember the cultural reset this announcement caused. I mean, at first I thought it was a joke. There was no way that these two would ever break up. Well, you know, it wasn't a joke. And thank goodness, because after their breakup, Liza's career skyrocketed and David's, well, you know David. The two started dating in 2015 on the rise of both of their YouTube fame. David and his vlog squad, and Liza with the colorful array of characters she manufactured herself. They would frequently appear in each other's videos and were definitely one of the happiest seeming couples. Everything was perfect until it wasn't. In 2018, the infamous breakup video dropped. The pair said that their breakup was amicable and that they had decided a couple months prior that they would simply be better off as platonic friends. Number 9. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. This star-powered pair first met in 2004 while filming their movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith, while Brad was married to Jennnifer Aniston. Rumors of a relationship began to circle on set, and shortly after the movie, Pitt and Aniston announced their separation after 5 years of marriage. By July of 2005, the pair was spotted together and confirmed their relationship. 10 years after meeting, the two got married in 2014. However, you could call their wedding the calm before the storm. Jolie filed for divorce from Pitt in 2016, citing irreconcilable differences and providing no comments to news outlets or prying eyes, which she did for the privacy of her family. She's an amazing mother and a fantastic woman. Icon for life, honestly. Number 8. Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder. Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev shared the screen for 6 seasons as Damon Salvatore and Elena Gilbert on The Vampire Diaries. Interestingly, their on-screen chemistry extended to real life as they became romantically involved from 2010 to 2013, despite Dobrev's initial intention to maintain a strictly professional approach on set. In an interview with 17 in October 2012, Dobrev confessed that she resisted the idea of dating a co-star, but acknowledged that sometimes connections were inevitable. Throughout their relationship, the couple kept a relatively low profile, occasionally giving glimpses of their romance during trips and music festivals. Despite parting ways in 2013, they managed to sustain both a professional and personal connection after the breakup. Number 7. Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter. Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter shared a unique and definitely eccentric partnership, both in their professional and romantic lives. Their collaboration began on the set of Planet of the Apes in 2001 and extended to 8 films, including some of my favorite movies like Corpse Bride and Todd. Despite their long collaboration and personal connection, the couple chose not to marry, opting for a distinctive living arrangement in London's Belsize Park. They maintained separate houses, joined by a hallway, with Bonham Carter revealing in 2010 that the decision was due to the small size of her home. She explained that the arrangement of separate living allowed them to balance togetherness with personal space, jokingly adding that Burton's snoring was a noteworthy aspect of their unconventional housing situation. While their professional collaboration was incredible and extremely successful, Bonham Carter still acknowledged that it wasn't always smooth sailing. In an interview, she admitted that her working relationship had its challenges, particularly during the filming of Sweeney Todd, where the two were known to often argue. The couple, parents to 2, eventually separated in 2014, ending their extraordinary cinematic and personal journey together. Number 6. Scarlett Johansson and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson, an iconic couple from 2008 to 2011, shared a very high-profile marriage before parting ways. In a candid interview with Time Out New York in December 2009, Johansson disclosed the challenges of balancing their hectic schedules. She emphasized the difficulties in their respective profession and the struggle to allocate time for family amidst their demanding careers. This revelation must have marked a turning point as the couple officially announced their separation in 2010, finalizing their divorce in July of 2011. While the end of their marriage was undoubtedly a significant chapter, it paved the way for personal and professional growth for both of them. Post-divorce, Ryan Reynolds found love anew, tying the knot with Blake Lively in 2012, and thank goodness, because they're my favorite celebrity couple. They are so funny and their tweets are so, I love them. They make me believe in love. Is that sad? I don't know. I have divorced parents, whatever. Anyway, Scarlett Johansson entered a new chapter by marrying Saturday Night Live head writer Colin Jost in 2020. It was a happy ending for everyone. Number 5. Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet, once the epitome of a relaxed and harmonious couple, revealed their separation in 2022, marking the end of their nearly 17-year-long relationship. The couple, known for prioritizing their blended family, included Bonet's ex-husband Lenny Kravitz and daughter Zoe Kravitz, along with their shared children Lola and Nakoa Wolf. Momoa had long harbored admiration for Bonet, dating back to his childhood when he first saw her on The Cosby Show. Their paths crossed in 2005 at a jazz club, and the pair welcomed their first child together 2 years later. Despite keeping their marriage under wraps until 2017, the couple stunned fans by announcing their separation after nearly 5 years of marriage in January 2022. Insiders revealed that the decision to part ways was not abrupt, emphasizing that the couple had been amazing for years until they no longer were. Number 4. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. After a 4-year marriage and the birth of 2 children, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner decided to end their relationship. The formalities of their separation were set in motion when Jonas filed for a dissolution of marriage from Turner on September 5th, 2023, citing irreparable breakdown as the grounds for their parting ways. Addressing the end of their union, the couple took to Instagram the next day to reveal that the decision was a mutual one. Their romantic relationship began in 2016 when Sophie and Jonas connected through Instagram DMs. Despite initial reservations on Turner's part, an evening at a British pub brought them closer, leading to Jonas proposing a year later. In 2019, the couple celebrated their commitment with 2 ceremonies, a surprise event in Las Vegas and a grand affair in the French countryside. Turner once expressed that marriage had only strengthened their bond, providing a profound sense of security. The couple's family grew with the arrival of daughters Willa in 2020 and Delphine in 2022. Despite the joys and public declarations of love, the journey has reached its end and custody battles have ensued, and it doesn't really seem like they're all too happy with each other anymore. Number 3. Amy Poehler and Will Arnett. The paths of actors Amy Poehler and Will Arnett first crossed in the 1990s when Arnett witnessed a performance by Poehler's improv group in New York City, which just, wow, what a sentence. Although Arnett was smitten by Poehler, the two didn't embark on a romantic journey until friends reintroduced them to each other in 2000. Their professional lives became intertwined as they collaborated on various projects, ranging from portraying unconventional siblings in Blades of Glory to making guest appearances on each other's TV shows, Poehler on Parks and Recreation and Arnett on Arrested Development, which, I mean, both hilarious. Those are 2 of my favorite shows, especially Arrested Development, because Will Arnett's character Joe, fantastic, fantastic. In 2003, the couple exchanged vows, marking Poehler's inaugural marriage and Arnett's second after a brief stint with Penelope Ann Miller. The union blossomed into a family with the arrival of their 2 sons, Archie and Abel. Despite parting ways in 2012, Poehler and Arnett remained dedicated co-parents, retaining an amicable relationship. God, they must have been so funny together. What I would do to have been to a dinner party. That is, be so good. Okay. Number 2. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone. This amazing pair initially crossed paths as co-stars in The Amazing Spider-Man, where they co-starred as Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, where they experienced a real-life romance mirroring their on-screen connection. Over a span of 4 years, they navigated their relationship through the filming of another Spider-Man installment and embarked on a global journey together for press. Despite their eventual breakup and subsequent individual pursuits, with Stone now happily married with a child and Garfield romantically linked to model Alyssa Miller, the bond they share endures. Retaining a genuine friendship, the two openly express their continued affection and admiration for one another. In a 2016 interview with Vogue, Stone conveyed that Garfield remains someone I still love very much. Garfield reciprocated the sentiment the following year in Vanity Fair, emphasizing the abundance of love and respect between them, asserting himself as her biggest fan as an artist. And his shot of espresso speech could bring me to tears. I would fold immediately if anyone ever spoke to me that way, or of me, I guess. Number 1. Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez. In October 2023, the divorce of Dalton and Ari was finalized, which followed their publicized separation in July of last year. Oh my god, and it's last year now, that's insane. Grande and Gomez's relationship began during 2020 as they spent a considerable amount of time together, nurturing their connection. Despite the challenges posed by the global state at this time, Gomez proposed to Grande in December of 2020. On May 17th, 2021, it was confirmed that Grande and Gomez had secretly exchanged vows in their California home. Unfortunately, their union came to an end shortly after their 2-year anniversary mark. By July 20th, 2023, reports emerged that Grande had entered a new romantic chapter with her Wicked co-star in Slater. Sources disclosed that Grande and Slater began dating after her separation from Dalton in January. The relationship was described as recent, marked by fun and enjoyment of each other's company, although there was no official confirmation or announcement of a separation or divorce involving Slater and his wife beyond People's initial report.
The celebrity world can be messy, even for those celebrity couples who seem so innocent. Here are the top 10 celebrity cheating scandals that nobody expected. Starting off strong, we have Adam Levine, who allegedly cheated on his pregnant wife of 8 years, Bahati Prinsloo, with Instagram model Summer Stroh. Summer claimed in a since-deleted TikTok that she had a quote affair with Adam, who currently shares 2 kids with Bahati. That lasted about 1 year. She said in the September video, "At the time I was young, I was naive, and I mean, quite frankly, I feel exploited. I wasn't in the scene like I am now, so I was definitely very easily manipulated." And Summer went on to share a series of screenshots that seemingly showed Adam making some quite bizarre remarks about her body. In one of the images, the Maroon 5 frontman appeared to ask if he could use the model's name for his new baby with Bahati. Some of the texts Adam sent his secret lover include, "Holy effing F, that body of yours is absurd. How are you such an hourglass?" Needless to say, the entire ordeal took the internet by storm, with Adam's alleged texts in particular becoming something of a meme, and more women wound up making similar allegations about the singer's infidelity. And while Adam later denied cheating on Bahati in a statement addressing the scandal, he did admit that he'd, quote, crossed the line. Next up, we have the YouTuber scandal that's shocked the world. Ned Fulmer from popular YouTube channel The Try Guys. Ned, who got married to Ariel Fulmer in 2012, admitted to engaging in consensual workplace relationships after photos on Reddit appeared to show him kissing a colleague, Alex Herring, in a bar. Ned shares 2 children with Ariel and famously built his whole brand around his love and devotion to his family, becoming one of the internet's most prominent good guys. Family should have always been my priority, but I lost focus and had a consensual workplace relationship, Ned said in a written statement. I'm sorry for any pain that my actions have caused to the guys and to the fans, but most of all to Ariel. The only thing that matters right now is my marriage and my children, and that's where I'm going to focus my attention. The rest of the Try Guys, Keith, Zach, and Eugene, confirmed that Ned was no longer working with them as a result of the scandal. We do not see a path forward together, they shared. We thank you for your support as we navigate this change. Next up, we have Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian. Tristan Thompson made headlines twice for cheating on Khloe Kardashian, whom he began dating in 2016 over the course of their relationship. The Cleveland Cavaliers player was spotted cozying up to 2 women in April 2018 while Kardashian was pregnant with their daughter True. Later that month, Us Weekly confirmed that Thompson had been unfaithful to the reality star since November 2017 with at least 5 different women. However, Thompson was present for their daughter's birth, which was documented on season 15 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Us Weekly broke the news in May 2018 that the duo were quote, fully back together despite Thompson's infidelity. The Revenge Body host defended her decision to reunite with the NBA star in November 2018. His mistake was obviously humiliating and heartbreaking, but I do believe I am strong enough to endure anything, she tweeted at the time. I choose to find a life lesson in every situation, even the nasty ones. Tristan has grown from this, but most importantly, he's a beautiful father to our sweet baby True. The athlete and Kardashian split for a second time when he was seen kissing Kylie Jenner's then best friend Jordan Woods at a party in 2019. Next up, we have Kristen Stewart, who cheated on Robert Pattinson with one of her directors, Rupert Sanders. I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everybody this has affected, she said at the time. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him, I'm so sorry. Sanders, for his part, publicly apologized to his then wife, Liberty Ross, and their 2 children, Skyla and Tennyson. I am utterly distraught about the pain I have caused my family, the English director said in a statement. My beautiful wife and heavenly children are all I have in this world. I love them with all my heart. I'm praying that we can get through this together. Both couples called it quits after the news broke. Next up, we have Shakira and Gerard Piqué. Piqué was having an affair with a 22-year-old girl while in a relationship with Shakira. Shakira and Piqué, a professional soccer player, were together from 2011 to 2022 and have 2 kids, though they never officially married. In her first interview about the breakup in September, Shakira told Elle, "Sometimes I just feel like this is all a bad dream and that I'm gonna wake up at some point. But no, it's real." She continued, "And what's also real is the disappointment to see something as sacred and as special as I thought was the relationship I had with my kid's father, and see that turned into something vulgarized and cheapened by the media." But by January 2023, the gloves were off. Shakira broke records when she dropped Music Session 53, which is apparently about PK. His new 23-year-old girlfriend and how Shakira is worth, quote, 2 22-year-olds. Insiders Alan Dawson previously reported. Our next cheating couple is Ben Affleck and Jennnifer Garner. While the world is currently wrapped up in Benifer, the other one with Jennifer Lopez, lest we forget that Ben Affleck was once in a soap operatic turn of events caught cheating on Jennnifer Garner, the mother of his children and wife of 10 years. He cheated on Jennnifer Garner with, guess this, the nanny. The couple divorced in 2018, and after marrying him last year, Jennnifer Lopez went on saying that, honestly, I would simply walk out if she discovered he'd been unfaithful instead of, quote, flying into a rage. Next up, we have Jude Law and Sienna Miller. The pair were a picture-perfect Hollywood couple. The couple had been engaged for 8 months when Jude Law's kid's nanny, Daisy Wright, claimed that the two had been involved in an affair while he was filming a movie in New Orleans. Law then published an apology to Miller in the British Press Association saying, "There is no defense for my actions, which I sincerely regret, and I ask that you respect our privacy at this very difficult time." Miller and Law were on and off for the next few years, breaking up for good in 2011. That was one of the most challenging moments I hope I'll never have to experience again, she told the Daily Beast in 2022. The next celeb may come as a bit of a shock. We have David Letterman. David Letterman had only been married to his wife for 6 months, although they had been together for over 20 years, when he admitted to having multiple affairs with women who worked for him on air, including his longtime assistant Stephanie Burkett. The affair came to light when Stephanie's boyfriend Robert Halderman, a producer at CBS, allegedly tried to extort Letterman for $2 million in exchange for his silence. But David did not take up the offer and instead said this on live television. "This morning I did something I've never done in my life. I had to go downtown and testify before a grand jury." Letterman revealed to the studio audience that he received a package 3 weeks ago containing a threat to reveal those indiscretions. If Letterman did not pay the individual a large sum of money, specified as $2 million, he said that the package contained a letter that said, "I know that you do some terrible, terrible things, and I can prove that you do those terrible things." And sure enough, what was contained in the package was proof that I do terrible, terrible things, he said. Our next celeb couple is Kevin Hart and Eniko Parrish. Kevin Hart's infidelity story is honestly a little similar to Letterman's, as he was also being extorted. After denying any wrongdoing, he took to Instagram in 2017 to apologize to his wife Eniko Parrish and his kids. It was then later revealed that somebody was in possession of an explicit video of Hart and was attempting to receive money from him. Hart and Parrish stayed together, and he spoke about it on a podcast in 2020. Our final celebrity couple involves Arnold Schwarzenegger. When Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver announced their separation in 2011 after 25 years of marriage, it was a shock to everybody. The bigger shock, however, came later when the world found out that Schwarzenegger was the father of a son born in 1997, mothered by the couple's housekeeper at the time. It's always the housekeeper. "Remember, it's not like we had a feud," he explained to People magazine in an interview. "We didn't have a fight." He added, "It's just my F-up. My chapter with Maria will continue on forever," he told People. "Even though it's a different relationship and we are now separated, there's no reason for me to feel anything other than love for Maria."